Welcome to the AI for Technical Writers podcast. This is episode 96. I'm Fred.
And I'm Daphne. Today, we're focused on one of the really interesting but sometimes tricky tools out there in AI visuals, Midjourney.
Yeah, it gets a ton of buzz. We want to cut through that a bit and figure out, where does this AI image generator actually fit for technical communicators?
Right, for documentation specialists, IT folks.
Yes,
Is it useful? How?
Our main source for this is a very recent article, actually. It's called Tool Review, Midjourney, and it was just published September 25, 2025.
And full disclosure here, it was written by our own producer, Curt Robbins, who's a senior technical writer himself. So very relevant perspective.
Absolutely. So the mission here is pretty clear. Understand what Midjourney does well, but also critically where its limits are for our kind of work.
Exactly. It's about seeing where the technical constraints cause friction and what that means for using it in, actual content creation and visual communication in our field.
Because visuals are they're essential now, aren't they?
Oh, totally. And generating them quickly, that changes things.
Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. Curt's review really highlights Midjourney's strengths, and the first one is obvious: the artistic quality. It's generally seen as a top-tier text-to-image tool, right?
Definitely. It's known for creating really high-quality, aesthetically pleasing images, often quite imaginative ones, too.
And it's not just one style, is it?
Yeah.
The review mentions a huge range.
Yeah, that's key. It can handle photorealistic looks, painterly styles, abstract stuff, even fantastical scenes. It's incredibly versatile in that sense.
So for you listening, if you need a powerful visual for, say, a presentation opening or maybe a blog post intro, something to set a mood.
Midjourney could be perfect for that. It gives you that high-level visual appeal almost instantly. It really elevates the content.
And that instantly part leads to the next big advantage:
Right.
speed.
Right. Efficiency. You type in a prompt, even a complex one, and you get multiple variations back in, seconds, minutes.
Yeah, it's remarkably quick.
And that speed is just invaluable if you're iterating quickly or need concept mock-ups fast. Think about how long it takes to find the perfect stock photo.
Or commission custom graphics. That sounds like a huge time and cost saver right there.
It absolutely can be. It cuts down that visualization time dramatically, especially for abstract concepts, things that are hard to find images for. Midjourney can often capture that tone surprisingly well.
And people are using it, technical writers.
Oh, yes. The article mentions thousands are already incorporating it. It's not just theoretical potential, it's being used.
Okay, so it's fast, it's artistically impressive.
Yeah.
Why isn't it everywhere in our documentation? What's the catch? What's the big roadblock?
Well, that brings us squarely into the limitations.
Yeah.
And the biggest one, the one that's really crippling for a lot of technical documentation, it's Midjourney's infamous inability to handle text within images reliably.
The text problem. So if I ask it for like a simple diagram with labels like step 1, step 2.
Forget about it. Mostly, the text will almost certainly come out garbled. Misspelled words, nonsensical characters, or just letter-like shapes that aren't readable.
Why does it do that?
The AI seems to understand text as a visual element, like texture or shape, but not its actual meaning, its semantics. So it puts something like text there, but it doesn't know what text to put.
So you get this great-looking image fast.
Yeah.
But then you have to fix the text anyway.
Precisely. That's the so what for us. If you need precise, readable, embedded text think diagrams, annotated screenshots, process flows, Midjourney on its own is just impractical.
But you have to export it and add the text manually.
Exactly. Take the image into Photoshop or Figma or Snagit or whatever graphics tool you use and add the text layers there, which, adds a significant step back into the workflow, kind of defeats the speed benefit in some ways.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the AI for Technical Writers podcast.
Okay, before the break, we were digging into that major text issue with Midjourney. But you mentioned that's not the only precision problem. It's also about control.
That's right. It's fantastic for concepts for art, but getting an exact image of a specific real-world thing, like a particular product model or a very specific UI element, that's hard, sometimes impossible.
Why is that?
It's because of how it works. It's a probabilistic model. You guide it with prompts, but you can't dictate every pixel like you would in, say, Illustrator or CAD software. It generates based on patterns it's learned. It doesn't understand the object the way an engineer does.
So if I need a diagram showing exactly how to plug a cable into port B on this specific server model.
Midjourney is absolutely the wrong tool for that job. You need accuracy, representation. Midjourney gives you interpretation, art.
Makes sense.
And then there's the other big AI issue. Hallucinations.
Ah, yes, the AI making things up.
Exactly. Midjourney can produce visuals that look stunning but are just wrong. Conceptually inaccurate, logically flawed, especially if you're dealing with very niche or technical subjects where its training data might be thin.
So you always need a human expert to double-check the output.
Every single time. You absolutely have to verify that the beautiful image it created is actually, correct and makes sense in context. You can't just trust it blindly, especially for technical details.
So the speed gain on the front end might be offset by the review time on the back end.
That's the trade-off, yes. Fast generation, but potentially heavy quality control needed.
Okay, so we have this picture now. Incredible artistry and speed, but serious issues with text and precise detail. How does this play out for different types of users? Like, who should be using this?
We can sort of map the pros and cons onto different user profiles. Let's take large enterprise companies first.
Okay, big companies, lots of resources, maybe strict regulations.
Exactly. For them, Midjourney is probably most valuable for more general peripheral communications. Things like marketing assets, internal comms visuals, maybe backgrounds for presentations or illustrations for L&D materials.
Stuff where the overall mood or concept is key, but not necessarily fine-grained technical accuracy.
Precisely. For their core product documentation, especially in regulated industries, it's likely less suitable as the primary tool for creating illustrations because of the precision and text issues. It might be great as an ideation tool, though.
I'll say.
Helping teams brainstorm visual styles quickly at the start of a project, defining a look and feel, but not for the final, detailed diagrams.
Got it. What about the other end of the scale? Small businesses, maybe with tighter budgets.
For them, it could honestly be a bit of a game changer.
Really?
Yeah. If you don't have a dedicated graphic designer or a big budget for stock images, Midjourney lets you create really professional-looking visuals for your website, social media, marketing materials, things that elevate your brand presence significantly without the traditional cost.
So it kind of democratizes that high-end visual aesthetic.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
And what about us? Individual technical writers, consultants, freelancers.
Huge potential there, too. It offers immense creative leverage. Think about making your client proposals visually compelling, or creating unique header images for your blog posts, or building your personal brand assets.
Or even adding visual content creation as a service you offer.
Absolutely. It gives you design capabilities without needing to become a master of, complex tools like the Adobe Suite for certain types of visuals.
Okay, so if we boil it all down, Midjourney shines when aesthetics, speed, and conveying a general concept are the top priorities.
Exactly. It's brilliant for that.
But it struggles, or even fails, when you need precise technical detail, control over specifics, and especially readable, embedded text.
That's the core takeaway. It's a fantastic supplement for certain tasks, conceptualization, marketing visuals, mood setting, but it's not a replacement for the tools we rely on for accurate technical drawings, diagrams, or annotated screenshots.
Which leads to a really practical question for everyone listening. Take a look at your own workflow. Where does that line fall for you? Where could you use the speed and artistry of something like Midjourney, maybe in those early concept stages, or for supporting marketing content?
Right, versus where do you absolutely need the precision and text control that it just doesn't offer, like in your final detailed procedures or schematics.
Thinking about where that dividing line is between concept and specification in your daily work, that seems crucial.
It really is, because understanding that distinction will tell you exactly where a tool like Midjourney adds real value for your team and where it might just add friction.
Thank you for listening to the AI for Technical Writers podcast, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next week.